What's up? I'm Stephen Curry, and I am here to play with some puppies and answer questions. Let's get it. I have 2 dogs of my own. I grew up with a bunch of dogs, had Labradors. We have Doodles now in our house. I'm a dog lover.
Ruff, come on, bring them on.
How many puppies you got? Is it a surprise?
They're all adoptable.
Ooh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. You got toys? Look, you match my pants. Don't get on his head. That's a good boy. A lively bunch. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Probably after my second year in the NBA, I was back home in Charlotte, and I was at a car wash getting my car detailed. And while I was waiting on my car to come through, a fan came up and recognized me and asked me if I could sign something for his kid. So of course I said yes, but he didn't have any paper or anything really for me to sign. So he went into his car, looked in his glove box, and he found his kid's birth certificate in there. I don't know if that was defacing government property or whatever the case is, but I might have broken the law there. But yeah, I signed a birth certificate in Sharpie for somebody's son. It's not that deep, but I'd probably say people don't realize I'm 6'3", which is kind of above average height. But when you see me out there with all the 6'8", 6'9", 7-footers, I look small. But when they see me in person, they're kind of surprised that I'm taller than I look on the court. Mom was an educator, so I've probably been like a school teacher slash PE teacher slash coach. And have like a keychain walking around the school with like this. It's a special time in my life in terms of my formative years where I learned a lot about myself as a basketball player, as an athlete. I was surrounded by some amazing teammates and coaches. It's where I really adopted the underrated mindset of being able to take, an opportunity that wasn't what I envisioned, coming up, thinking I was going to play, high major D1 basketball, but, getting overlooked in the recruiting process and finding a place that was perfect for me in the sense of somewhere where I could really kind of blossom at my own pace, didn't have to really compare myself to anybody, I could really come into my own and understand who I was on and off the court. Now that's a story that's not just for sports, that's a story for life, and sports is a microcosm of life, and I think looking back to where I started and where I am now, I think it was hopefully an inspiring story to tell. Past or present, I would pick Shaquille O'Neal as my center, Tim Duncan as my power forward, Larry Bird as my small forward. Am I on the team? Michael Jordan as my shooting guard. Late addition, I'm not taking Larry, I'm taking Kobe as my small forward, Jordan at my shooting guard, and Magic Johnson at point guard. I won't be on the team. Try to find my happy place in terms of my thoughts. I breathe, take deep breaths, embrace whatever is happening in that moment, whatever the challenge might be or however my emotions are. But I think my work ethic is the thing that helps give me the most confidence in those environments and those moments, because it means that I'm prepared for whatever the task is, and I don't really worry too much about the results. I just more worry about the process, and for me that's a comfort zone. Kind of starts with one, trying to get good sleep. Obviously, I work out for a living, so I don't really have to worry about exercise too much in my spare time. And spend a lot of time with my family, my wife, my kids. Find times to get outside, usually playing golf so I can enjoy nature. I use Sweet July Skin on my face. I think other than that, it's just trying to find good balance in terms of being with the people I love and also finding things that kind of scratch the competitive itch outside of basketball. There's a killer instinct inside that it comes out on the basketball court for sure, but first and foremost, I just try to have fun. I try not to take anything too seriously in that respect. Probably Draymond. He would immediately respond to my FaceTime. We tight like that. Look at him.
Don't you humping. Don't you do that. No humping on camera.
You're a little frisky, aren't you? Best advice I would have gotten was to fall in love with the process. Don't ever be results driven. That's where you can kind of start chasing shadows and lose sight of the experience and the journey, like the process and your discipline on a daily basis and how you can just get like 1% better every day. That's the magic sauce. The results will come, but you can't force it. Get an awe moment, but my kids. Best North Carolina cuisine has to be North Carolina barbecue. He is a human encyclopedia. He literally has the most out of left field facts that he'll drop on you at any moment. He's got the most interesting mind I think I've ever been around. Lamb chops and pan-seared scallops, brown sugar chicken, and pesto chicken. But if I had to pick one favorite, it's her chicken parmesan, which was one of the first things she made for me. Do I cook? No, I do not. I have one recipe. It's a 5-ingredient pasta, so you can't really mess it up. Got egg noodles, Italian sausage, basil, bell pepper, and Parmesan cheese. Takes about 15 minutes to make, and if anybody is asking me to cook dinner, that's what you get. Aisha Curry can cook, or Night Night, or it's the Babyface Assassin, or that's about it. That's 3. Highly, highly, highly motivated, just because I knew who I was and I didn't need nobody to tell me. I didn't need any extra fuel in the tank, but it definitely motivated me to figure out that NBA level pretty quick so I could prove it to more myself more than anybody. I mean, a hole-in-one is pretty special and hard to come by, not to rub it in, but I've seen people play golf for years and years and years and never have one, so it just doesn't touch anything that I've done on the basketball court. So golf has a special place in my heart, but I know what my day job is. I think it's good for the league to have a little excitement early in the season, and hopefully we can win the championship, the in-season tournament, so that there's a little extra incentive in terms of some of the payouts to the players. $500,000, that's a good day at the job, but it'll take an identity of its own over the course of a couple years. But I think this first year will be fun to watch. Having been around when my dad was playing the league and seen the buzz in Seattle when they were there, I think that's a good city. I think Las Vegas would be a good city knowing some of the other sports franchises. You got the Aces, the Knights, the Raiders, maybe Nashville too. I got him at the tail end of his career, but I'd probably say Leandro Barbosa. He had the most underrated layup package, I think, in the history of the league. I'd be truly supportive. I think what me and Aisha try to do is expose them to as many things as possible. Let them have amazing experiences as kids to figure out what they're passionate about. If that happens to be basketball, that'd be great. If it's anything else, we'll try to make sure that they have the resources necessary to succeed at it, but it's only going to be on their own work ethic and what they want to put into it. But we'll be supportive parents through and through. Doesn't have to be basketball though. Make sure y'all check out Stephen Curry Underrated. It is out now on Apple TV+. All of these beautiful puppies are available for adoption. They need a caring home, so they'll bring a lot of energy to your house. Check them out. North Shore Animal League America.